don't know how long this has been. Just realized I don't know what time I got up here. So I just looked at my phone. Oh, numbers. Thanks for the information, robot in my pocket. That's the future we live in, guys. We got fucking robots in our pockets. It's pretty sweet, isn't it? People did guess some accurate things in the future. Oh, one day you'll have robots in your pocket. Oh, yeah? What do you mean? Well, I mean, not technically a robot, but a cellular telephone where you can communicate with other people. It just sounds better if I say robot. Anytime someone tells me they're going to Michigan, I immediately get bored. I'm right away. Why are you going there? What do they have? What do you even do? What the fuck happens in Michigan? Everyone has that same image, like, what even goes on there? It's a hand, cut it off, give it to Canada. Detroit? Are you kidding me? Fucking Detroit? RoboCop? Guest? Right? One day Detroit's gonna be fucking ruined, and I guarantee you, very soon, if it hasn't already happened, there is a meeting amongst like the city council, and they're like, okay, maybe this is throwing, just some water into the wind. But should we build a robot cop? It worked in the movie, which guessed our plight thus far. Maybe we build a robot cop and start fixing some stuff around here. We can't rely solely on Eminem. That's how you know Detroit is fucked. Eminem is like the Batman of the city. And you can tell him I said that! He's the only rapper I'm not afraid of. It is weird that rappers present themselves in such an intimidating way, because if you break it down, they're just singing poems. Why are you guys so hardcore? You're singing poems. You're fucking pussies. Fuck you up. You're a poet. Who sings. People fucking are so fucking crazy about Lil Wayne. I want to be. I want to get on board. But every time I listen to a song, I'm like, no, it's not there for me. It's not there. I know the voice and some of the words don't work for me. Some of it, very intelligent. Other parts, hold on, I'm going to legitimately try to do a Lil Wayne impression. How's it? It's ridiculous. Oh, man. We'll always look back and be like, well, I wish you didn't do the impression part. Other parts. Better. The impression thing. I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the impressions. Don't get me started. Don't get me finished. That's what I tell people. Don't get me finished. Because once I get finished, odds are it's over. Not get finished. Do not get me finished. Don't get me finished. Gilbert was saying it earlier, a lot of kids these days are into vampires. You think they'd get more on board with politics if that were the case. Let's not be politicians. Okay. Okay, well, I'm not going to clarify that. Let me back up. I'm doing a fundraiser and at this really like this space MIT space program. They were like, write the greatest joke we've ever heard about politics, and please try to include children and vampires. So I was like, well, I'll work on it in Georgia, and I'll see what happens. I'll get right back to you, and maybe this whole thing can actually happen. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah, no, I hope to be there. Yeah, what? No, can you always pause just after I talk? That'd be great, thank you. No, yeah, no, I'm just as excited as you are, and we're going to head up, I think on Friday, we're going to try to get... Yeah, no, we're going to try to leave around 3 p.m., try to hit it right at 5. No, we love traffic. We love traffic. We're the opposite. We're actually the opposite of most families. We love traffic, and we love long lines. We like it when we don't get everything we ordered at the drive-thru, and we don't have movies, and then we get home, and there's no movie in the case. We're still... Yeah. No, that was, our kid is drunk. Yeah, no, we love it. We love immoral behavior. We love it when our kids get wasted. He's 5, and we get him a drink. Okay, well, if you decide you want to change your mind, the joke is still there. I'd love to still fly in. Oh. Hello? 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 Yeah, so I ended up doing that for like 5 minutes towards the end. I didn't fucking know what it was. I didn't want to do it. I got stuck in a thing. You get stuck in a thing, I tell you, those are bad. Whenever you get stuck in those. That always happens. Your final band coming up tonight. One of the top groups that we've ever had in this region, if not area. I don't know how long I've been up here. As has been a long thing. I'm having fun. I'd like to keep going, but people might be like, yeah, here we go. Fuck church. Fuck it. It's boring. I don't want to go. What? That really was all the jokes I have. Fuck. Thank you guys just for being here. This is the first time I've ever done one of my installations live. Usually I don't want people around when I'm in the process of sort of creating and finding and discovering. I don't like people to see it, or be a part of it, or hear it, or talk about it, or tweet about it. That's popular now. Facebook status update about it. I like to just sort of be in my own space to create, to make. Some of you know what I mean. Some of you know. And whenever I do let people, I sort of call it my clubhouse. I like them to sort of just see where it's coming from, see what I'm trying to say. What are we trying to say? We should ask that on a regular basis. What are we trying to say? What does this mean to you guys? How do you feel about it? Okay, this is my first live art installation. If you're just coming in, this is my first live art installation. Normally I don't like people to be around when I'm creating and finding and discovering and making and creating. I don't want people there, they disrupt the flow. But I decided enough is enough. Do a live installation. And that's what sort of has brought me here tonight. Just doing my first live installation. I know that this year tickets were a lot higher than they used to be, but I think we'd all agree maybe it's because I started to step up my game. I started realizing creations just happen, you know? Something I think about often is, could we create if we had nothing to create with? Boom, that's a bumper sticker. I thought of it, I made it. I created it and I made some of my fucking dollar bills back. You know, this isn't a bad first start. It's in front of the door, you have a fire, you're not gonna get through this. You know what I mean? The chairs, there's no reason for it to even be like that. You have a fire, your kids are trying to get outside, none of you can fit through when you need the vaginas because it's up just enough to where if you tried to go through it, you would rip the fabric. Believe me, I was gonna try it earlier, but I was worried about damaging it, and the first thing that went through my head was, how much is this gonna cost? How about your family's lives? But I'll tell you, on the plus side, no criminal is getting through that. No criminal. Is anybody here a criminal? Are there any criminals here tonight? Any criminals? Criminal! Criminals? You criminal? Not a criminal? You a criminal? Criminal! Okay. This is the first time this psychic has ever been booked into college. Are you a criminal? Are you a criminal? No, okay. You think NACA would be a little more strict with their submissions? Okay, are you a criminal? Oh God, it's a black person. Oh,